What's going on, everybody? My name is Nobody Watches Me 99 here today, and I have a brand new 2022 setup video for you guys today. You guys can see here with the camera, here with the point of views, you're gonna see a lot of shaky camera work and me looking off to the screen, so that I know that I look good, obviously. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what the setup is looking like for 2022, at least at the beginning of 2022. Usually I'll just probably do this at the beginning of every year. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this clip of me reacting to my last year's setup, or the last setup video I did. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so I was looking through my videos and we actually do have a 2021 setup video right here that we're gonna watch. We're gonna put it on mute just because I don't want to hear myself over again. Make sure to go watch my 2021 setup video. Oh my god, I was clean shaven. I still had braces. This is gross. And I actually put time into like making this video. This is kind of crazy. So I was in my room, my brother's room. Jesus Christ, get me off the fucking screen. So I was in my brother's room, the other side of this room, before this setup, and this was fucking horrendous. Holy shit. Like, gaming chair, it was ripped. Whatever. Blanket. What quality is this? Okay. So even if it was a higher quality, it would still be pretty shit. But, okay. So we had a speaker here. We no longer have a speaker besides the one that's behind me. The Samsung Bud's outdated. Charger's outdated. Old laptop. I only use that one for video editing on the go. I still have my Remarkable, shout out. I have a different phone now. That was I think it was an S10. I have an S21 now. We got the RGB stickies. We still had a console and an Elgato. Oh my god, I hate my brother's desk setup. The fact that he still has all of this is kind of crazy to me. We had the lighting setup. We had the old Logitech setup, the keyboard, and the G Pro. Shout out the G Pro stuff. And then old Xbox stuff. Computer's pretty much the same besides the GPU and the CPU. So shout out to that old video. And we're back. Let me go ahead and show you guys what we are working with, starting off with the most important part of any setup, the chair. I have a regular office chair. It's nothing too crazy. You don't have to have a gaming chair. I actually don't like gaming chairs. Office chairs, way better for your ass. But as we take a seat, we're gonna go ahead and experience what the setup is looking like as of right now. As you guys can see, we have a lot going on. So let's go ahead and start off with the very beginning. We have the 3 multi-monitor setup that we got here. We have one 27-inch Asus TUF 165 Hertz, and then 2 regular Asus 144 Hertz on the sides, set up vertically. I honestly don't think they're leveled, but yeah, that's what we're working with. On the top, we do have the Elgato face cam right there. Shout out Elgato and Corsair, great products. As the microphone arm, we have the Elgato mic arm, the regular large one, hooked up to a Samsung Q9U USB XLR microphone. Obviously, we're running XLR. And as we get a little closer, you can see what else we have going on here. So for the keyboard setup, we have the Corsair K70 TKL. Really love the K70. I had the K70, that was my first keyboard. Now they have the TKL version, perfect for gaming and streaming. For my mouse, I have the Corsair Saber Pro RGB wireless, which is pretty sick. Really love it. 69 grams. Nice. For my mouse pad, I have the RGB Corsair mouse pad. I'll go ahead and turn off the lights so you guys can actually see what it looks like. Looks pretty sick. Relatively small, not too long, but it does the job for what I do with it. My microphone is hooked up to the Wave XLR from Elgato. Pretty nice audio interface once you get the hang of it, as well as a regular Stream Deck Mark II for all the streaming stuff. As you can see in the back, my cable management is really bad. It's not gonna be looking that great for the rest of the stream, or the video I should say. I do have my headset right here on a regular Corsair non-RGB headset stand. I know, not enough frames, but my headset's the regular Corsair H60 Pro edition. It's wired, and the only reason I got a wired headset compared to the wireless is because it needs to be hooked up to the Elgato Wavelink there with the cloud lifter, of course, for the microphone quality. So yes, as you can also see, all my monitors are mounted for optimal, sizing. We have an Elgato light key as well in the back, hooked up to the desk just so we can diffuse the light off of the walls. As you can see, my walls, not that great. They're pretty boring, but it is what it is. Moving on, we have our computer. We have a nice cup of tea there, but I can give you guys all the specs on the computer. I know everybody likes these. So my computer sits on a Corsair 4000X airflow case, airflow mid-tower case, I guess you could say. My motherboard is, most of all My peripherals are all tough, as you can see from the monitor, just because it's cheap and it pretty much doesn't really fucking matter all that much. But we're on a tough X570 motherboard, Wi-Fi Plus, just because sometimes we do use the Wi-Fi. We have a Ryzen 7 5800X CPU hooked up to the Corsair Capelli 100HXi, I believe, with the RGB fans up at the top. We have 64 gigabytes of RAM because we're overkill. We have a 1080 in there as of right now. We have some RGB fans up in the front as well as in the back. We have two 2TB HD drives down in the bottom cage, along with a 1000-watt power supply waiting for my 3080 to come in. Whenever that happens, it'll happen. Anyway, so that all stands pretty much in that case. It's pretty much a pretty basic computer. We have one 2TB and one 1TB NVMe SSD on the motherboard, so that's pretty sick. And pretty much that's it. For a controller, we do overclock this bad boy. It's the Scuf Instinct Pro controller with the nice new paddles in the back for the optimal buttons, with one raised and one low, obviously with the domed, because dome's not that bad. But this is what I showed on everybody on Halo with, so shout out to Halo. Moving on, we have some lights. Obviously, the top-rated desk lamp on Amazon right here. It's also hooked up to the LifeX bulbs. Oh shit. The LifeX bulbs. I also have some LifeX bulbs up there. So pretty much I asked Google and it turns it on. I have two laptops here, both 15 inches. We have a Lenovo IdeaPad, just a regular Lenovo IdeaPad laptop. It's an i3 with like 8 gigabytes of memory and like 250 gigabytes of SSD. It's a pretty shitty laptop, but I mainly just use this one for school, and that's because I do have a gaming laptop right below it, the IdeaPad Gaming with a 1650 and a 5000 series AMD processor. Pretty good gaming laptop for the price. Of course, I got it for like 600 bucks and this one for like 300 bucks. The main reason I have two is because if I use my gaming laptop at school, I'm gonna be playing games. But if I use my school laptop, I'm gonna be doing school stuff. So yes. For my cell phone, obviously, the Samsung S21 Ultra, best phone on the marketplace. From daily drivers, we got the Google Pixel Buds A, as well as the Fitbit Versa 3. Shout out to Fitbit. We have some extra computer cases here. This is my first ever computer case right here. It's got some shitty parts. It doesn't have a CPU cage. That's how old it is. I actually have both of them, mine and my brother's. I am doing some work. I haven't really figured out what I want to do with them yet, but we're figuring it out. Moving on to our shelf, the newest improvements to this setup. At the top, you can see we do have some mics. We have the Rode Pod mics from my podcast, as well as a cool, Star Wars logo. At the bottom, we have some little more trinkets. We have the Google Wired Nest Cam, as well as some Legos, as well as, just little characters from some of the games I used to play or TV shows that I watch. It is what it is. Right below it, we got the Google Hub, just so I can see what my camera sees, as well as my doorbell, all that stuff, the camera bag, as well as some more Halo Infinite shit, which I got for a gift this Christmas, so that was cool. At the bottom, we have some Nest audio, just in case we want to have a party, as well as our Google Mesh Fiber Wi-Fi adapter thingies, and our regular Wi-Fi Ethernet adapters, as well as our lovely GPU box, just to hide all the cables and stuff like that. On the side, we have our microphone audio bag, which is pretty much what these go into. We got some weights that I never use, some more storage cabinets, along with a nice little candle for when I get swamp ass, and then just some direct decorations, from when I've traveled. But that's pretty much the rest of my setup here. It's not anything too crazy. Some ideas and visions that I have is to get a solid wooden desk, so I can just kind of wire everything to the bottom of it and make it look a lot cleaner. I want to have a TV up there or just a big monitor up there, just so I can kind of watch, sports and shit like that I'll probably never use. And I want to have a second computer stand right here. So hopefully this part of the desk gets a little longer. I'll have a single monitor set up with a small ATX computer right there, pretty much in place of where this one would be, as well as a full-size keyboard instead of the TKL, or I'll just move this one over and then get a smaller keyboard over here for the gaming or streaming stuff. So that's the vision, at least as of right now. And then we'll actually have something to use this Elgato arm thingy for. But other than that, let me know what you guys think about the setup video. What suggestions you guys have? What improvements can I be making? As of right now, let me know. Thank you all so much, and I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.